Stop. The median American between ages 35 and 44 has a net worth of $135,600, according to the Federal Reserve. Sounds like they are doing okay. Except roughly $80,000 of that is locked inside their house. Equity they cannot touch without selling or borrowing against it. Their actual investable portfolio, the part that earns returns while they sleep, the part that compounds, is closer to $55,000. That number is $100,000. Not $1 million. Not $500,000. $100,000. Only 22.1% of Americans have crossed that line. The other 77.9% are parked below the threshold, where compounding stops being decorative and starts being structural. Most of them are $50,000 away from a completely different financial life. And they are doing nothing about it, because it does not feel urgent. It should. Stick with me for 10 minutes. Here is the math of escape velocity. Think about a rocket. Not metaphorically. Mechanically. A rocket pointed at the sky. Below escape velocity, it goes up, slows down, stops, falls back. Gravity wins. Above a certain speed, about 7 kilometers per second, something different happens. The rocket no longer fights gravity. It has enough momentum. Gravity becomes negligible. $100,000 invested. Is your financial escape velocity below it? You are mostly adding fuel manually. Above it, the engine runs on its own. A person investing $10,000 per year at 7% takes roughly 7.8 years to reach $100,000. During that period, about 70% of the balance is their own contributions, $78,000. Only about $22,000 came from actual growth. The rocket below escape velocity. The person is doing almost all the work. The market is barely contributing. Now watch what happens after the threshold. The same person continuing to invest $10,000 per year. The second 100,000 from 100,000 to $200,000 takes only 5.1 years. The third 100,000 to 300,000 takes 3.78 years. By the time you are going from 900,000 to 1 million, that last $100,000 arrives in just 1.35 years. Doing nothing different. Same person. Same savings rate. Same market. The compounding engine is just running hotter, because there is more mass to compound. You think the problem is income. You think if you just earned more, the raise, the side hustle, the promotion, the numbers would start working. That is the wrong frame entirely. The problem is not income. The problem is the threshold. Consider two people, both age 38. One earns $120,000 per year. His investable net worth, not counting the house, $75,000. The other earns $68,000 per year. Has a roommate. Drives something boring. Her investable net worth, $112,000. She crossed the threshold 2 years ago. Fast forward 20 years. Same savings rate. Same market. The first person, higher earner, ends with roughly $450,000. The second person ends with roughly $730,000. She earns 44% less per year. She ends with 62% more invested wealth. The difference is not income. The difference is the threshold. at 75,000.107 per year. Working for you passively at 112,000.itis 11,200. That gap, $3,700 per year. Compounds forward for 2 decades. The person with the lower income, but the higher threshold, starts each year with a structural advantage. And it widens every year. Meet Marcus. Marcus is 37. He has $52,000 in his 401k. He has been contributing consistently for 6 years. He feels fine about it. He told someone at a backyard cookout that he is pretty much on track. He has been saying some version of that for years. He is running the rocket at 90% of escape velocity and calling it flying. Marcus stays at his contribution rate, leaves his high-yield savings, mostly in cash. By age 43, he has $91,000. He is close. He can feel the threshold. But he spent 6 years earning well below market returns on money that could have crossed the line at age 39. If he had pushed, hitting the first $100,000 is crucial, because after that, compound interest takes over. The next $100,000 happens faster, often with less effort. Marcus gave up 6 years of that acceleration because he was comfortable at 90% of escape velocity. If he had pushed to $100,000 by age 39 and left it alone at 7%, by age 58, he would have had roughly $233,000 just from that initial capital, with nothing added. His actual path has him closer to $160,000 from that same starting capital. $73,000. The invisible cost of almost there. Both are age 38. Both have $75,000 in invested assets, not counting the house, the car, any of it. Just money in the market. Same income. Same savings capacity going forward. $1,000 per month. Same market returns, 7%. Person A, $75,000. Feels good about it. Buys a slightly nicer car. Finances it. Kitchen renovation happens. Lifestyle absorbs the remaining surplus. By age 48, 10 years later, his portfolio has grown modestly to about $92,000. He never crosses the threshold. Then he gets serious. Start saving $1,000 per month. By age 58, roughly $325,000. Person B, $75,000. At age 38, makes a decision that feels like deprivation. For exactly 2 years. No new car. No renovation. Brown bag lunch for days a week. Sell something. Crosses $100,000 at age 40. Invests the same $1,000 per month from that point. At 7% for 18 years. By age 58. Roughly $746,000. Person A, $325,000. Person B, $746,000. The difference, $421,000. Same income. Same savings rate for most of the period. Same market. One made a 2-year decision, and the other did not. $421,000. From a 2-year decision window. Here is why Marcus is still at $52,000. Not math. Psychology. Trap 1. Invisibility. Nobody sees your growing investment account at dinner. But they see your new watch. Your vacation photos. Your car. Every time Marcus invests, nothing happens that other people can see. Every time he spends on something visible, he gets real social feedback. Trap 2. Safety illusion. At $52,000, Marcus technically feels more secure than 77% of his peers, who have less. That comparison, not to the threshold, but to other people below him, tells his brain that he has already won something that he has not won. Trap 3. Fear of downside. Marcus keeps half his liquid savings in a high-yield account at 4.8%. Because the market volatility of the past 2 years makes him nervous. He is earning 4.8% on money that historically earns 7 to 10%. In a broad index fund, that decision is costing him roughly $1,000 to $2,500 per year in opportunity cost. While he waits for the market to calm down, the market does not calm down. It just changes what it is worried about. 1. Stop including your house in your benchmark. When tracking progress to the 100,000 threshold. Exclude our primary incidents from the calculation. Home equity makes up the majority of net worth. For middle wealth households. If you include yours. You might think you have already crossed the threshold. Why near actual investor bleasits. A restal in $50,000 to $80,000 range. The house is not doing the compounding work. It is not producing 7% annual growth that you can access and redeploy. It is not the rocket. Stop counting it as the rocket. 2. Treat the threshold as a speed problem, not a savings problem. Getting to 100,000 by age 25 instead of 35. Could mean the difference between retiring with $2 million versus $1 million without saving a single additional dollar. The goal is no to while get there eventually. The goal is showman in months gain a shave off. Getting to 100,000. Every month you shave is not a month of early savings. It is a month of additional compounding on everything that follows. 3. If you are between 50,000 and 100,000, you are in the most consequential window of your wealth building life. And it almost certainly does not feel like it. It feels like the middle. It is not the middle. It is the last leg before the gear shift. Lazy investing built more fortune than crypto memes. And it does not start with $1 million goal. It starts with the $100,000 threshold that everyone knows about. And that 77.9% of Americans never actually cross. You think you are almost there. You might actually be almost there. The most expensive thing you can do right now is let almost there feel the same as there. Here is what you will do right now. 1. Hit subscribe, because the algorithm will not show you the next video if you do not. 2. Calculate your distance to $100,000. Not including the house. Not including the car. Investable assets. Only money that is working in the market. 3. Send this video to one person who says, I am doing okay. I am almost halfway there. Tell them. Almost halfway is not halfway. $100,000 is escape velocity. Below it, gravity wins. Above it, you are in space. See you in the next video.